How's it going, everybody? Zach from Late Night Nostalgia here. Today we're going to be talking about 3 Shootem Ups on the Pico-8. The Pico-8, even though it's a fantasy retro console, has been one of my favorite consoles I've been playing over the past few months. This system has a lot of really fun arcade-like pick-up-and-play games. Retro-style arcade games like that you can pick up and play no matter where you're at. One of my favorite genres of games to play on a good handheld. And one of those genres that I really enjoy is Shootem Ups. Today we're going to be checking out 3 great Shootem Ups on the Pico-8. And we're going to be playing those on my favorite device to play Pico-8 on right now, which is the Powkiddy RGB 30. Now, a little disclaimer here, these are not a top 3 best Shootem Ups of all time on the Pico-8. These are just 3 Shootem Ups that I've been enjoying lately. The only thing that is in order in this list is that I'm saving my favorite for number 1. But regardless, all 3 of these are great games and are definitely worth you checking out. The first game we're going to be talking about is Praxis Fighter X. It is a vertical scrolling shoot 'em up by Eric B. Now, I did go to all these pages on the Lexalawful Pico-8 website, and I tried to pull a little bit of lore from each of them as well, because they don't really have that much story going on. So we'll go over what little lore the creators have provided on the game's homepage. So Praxis Fighter X is a single-stage shoot 'em up. You dodge bullets and you fight off the militarized corporate police force who are defending their vats full of toxic sludge. Yeah, so in this game, you are like a protester. As you can see, there's a little cutscene at the beginning. There's this protest going on. They start shooting off the tear gas, and our main character here says, yeah, screw that, I'm not protesting anymore, and steals one of their futuristic jets and just decides to start blowing everything up. This one is lots of fun, and even though it's a single stage shoot 'em up, it has a lot of difficulty, and I certainly have not reached the end of the stage yet. You have 2 weapon choices in this game. You will have your main rapid fire bullet button, which sprays out just like a never-ending barrage of bullets. And you also have a bomb that you can aim and drop on ground enemies. So this game has aerial enemies and ground enemies. It also has destructible buildings and vats full of toxic sludge you can blow up with your bombs and bullets as well. The more destruction, the more mayhem, the higher your points go. And even though it is hard, your hitbox isn't too big. Dodging bullets, while difficult, doesn't feel unforgiving. And with 3 continues, you're bound to get pretty far. Definitely check this one out, guys. This one is really well done. I recommend it to anybody. So for number 2 on our list, I really wanted to get a vertical style shooter in there. And I found a great one in Toxic Invaders. I really love the art style and color palette in this game. The background is in these like pinky purple hues, while the enemies are all in these bright green hues. And the art direction of the game is just really well done overall. This game is done by 1029 Chris and Ribbon Cable. Your story in this game is that everlasting war has wrought the planet TOXIC. Toxic, if you will. And with diminishing resources, the Toxians have constructed a mega portal and teleported themselves to your world. And it is your job to fight off these invaders and send them home in style. You only have 1 weapon choice in this game, and that's just a single stream of bullets fired at a pretty medium pace, honestly. Sometimes the bosses will drop power-ups, but if you ask me, it's pretty rare. I think out of all the times I've played this, I only got 1 or 2 weapon power-ups. And those power-ups disappear the moment you get hit just 1 time. In this game, you do get 3 hits, and there are visual cues to tell you you're getting closer to exploding. Your ship will start sparking, and then it'll start smoking, and once you're smoking, you know you're 1 hit away from game over. But the cool thing in this game is that there's not really a game over. How it works is, as you progress, if you do explode, you don't get a game over, you don't start back from the beginning of the level, you get rewinded and a 5-second countdown. So as you progress, you only sit back a certain distance each time. So if you keep making progress, you can redo those sections as many times as you need. And if you ask me, you're really going to need that feature because this game is pretty freaking hard. This game has definitely got the bullet hell vibe going because you are constantly having to dodge bullets all over the place. In fact, one boss that I really liked in this game is just a giant wall of turrets. As you fight this boss, he builds a maze of bullets that you have to find your way through. So again, even though I do find your main weapon kind of boring in this game, the gameplay totally makes up for it. The patterns that the enemies use for their bullets makes it a little less of random dodging and more about learning the patterns that the enemies fire at. So if you love a good bullet dodging challenge, definitely check this one out. It is a great side-scrolling shooter for the Pico-8 that I think is definitely worth your time. The final game on this list has become my favorite shoot 'em up on the Pico-8 because if you know me, you know I'm a sucker for BBS. Big, beautiful sprites. That was a stupid joke. But it's true though, I really do love those big, beautiful sprites. And this game has them in spades, tell you what. The game we're talking about that's taking our number 1 spot today is Kalikan. And this game is done by Louis Chapham. As we did kind of touch on a little bit, I do love the art style in this game, but the art style is not all that it has to offer. The weapons, the animations, the enemies, everything is just so well done in my opinion. In this game, you have a few different fighters to choose from. If I'm being honest, I have not unlocked the 3rd fighter yet. I'm not sure exactly how far you have to get, but apparently I haven't gotten there yet because it's still locked in my game. The two fighters that you get to choose from right off the bat though are the green chopper from Peru and the yellow jet-like ship from the United Kingdom. Yeah, that's about all the lore you get in this game, is that each of these fighters are from a different country, I guess. But each fighter has a different weapon set, which is really cool. In the green chopper, you have your tapping attack that just constantly sprays out a barrage of bullets, and you have your hold down attack, which sends out a drone in whatever location you leave it at to continuously shoot bullets as you move across the stage however you want. For the yellow jet fighter, which is the one I usually prefer to use, your tapping attack again shoots out a pretty big barrage of bullets, while your hold down attack shoots out a massive, awesome looking laser attack. While you might think the laser just looks like the kind of thing you would just want to overuse constantly, it does make you move a lot slower, so for most of the time you're going to want to be using your other attack. This game, like all the games on this list, are very difficult, and even though I am personally a fan of Shootem Ups, I am not always that great at them. So if you played this game before, you might be able to tell with this footage how far I did and didn't get, but if you're really good at Shootem Ups, you'll probably get a lot farther than I did. But either way, this game is a great game to just pick up and play in my opinion. It's one of my favorite Pico-8 games because I don't ever really get tired of it. I always want to challenge myself in this game to go a little bit further this time, beat the next boss this time. And I think that's one of those things that's special about the Shootem Up genre in general. You don't need stories, you don't need levels, it's just the challenge and the constant desire to just get a little bit further next time. And that's what makes those gameplay loops so addictive. But yeah, if you're like me and you like Shootem Ups, definitely check out Kalikan. And that's going to be our 3 games for this list this time, guys. I hope you find a game you like in these 3. I definitely think you'll like at least one of them. And if you're new to the Pico-8 and you want to see a bigger spread of the games that it has to offer, check out this video right here where I go over 10 games from all kinds of different genres that you'll find on the Pico-8. Thanks guys, see you next time.